Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Monday. My name is Bonnie D, and I will be channeling through the cards. And I had a lot of surprise channeling kind of coming through, but not necessarily with the cards. That was coming through like intervals, and I was getting all kinds of different messages the other night. So we're going to go over some stuff today, and that'll show you where the energy is. Now, today is 3/17/2025. It's a 20 and it's a 2. So we are going to read the 2. And we're going to read that from the Soul Helper Oracle. That'll help get us kind of like an idea of what's going on with the energy. Number 2 reveals that you are not alone with issues on the card that you have drawn. Look for support from someone who will work through the issues with you, such as a friend or a teacher in the outside world. A harmonious environment and good advice from a wise heart are more crucial than ever for you now. Ensure that all forms of communication are calm and peaceful, even with yourself. Number 2 teaches that you need an opposite, another person, in order to help you to become self-aware and to grow. Its energy field promotes self-awareness, groundedness, stability, and reflection. Right now, we're all kind of reflecting on what's going on in the world because from what I've seen, they told us a complete lie. Everything about our life is almost a lie. Uh, it's now we have to, because they brought us in and they wiped our mind. A lot of us get mind wiped, and that's why we don't remember. But some of us did remember, and some of us are remembering. And I heard something the other day. It was a really great way to explain things. The women are remembering, and the men are the guardians. So that is what's happening right now in our world. And I think that we need to let that play out. We also got number 31. You're experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. Uh, yeah, it's going to be different because we're all kind of re-looking at friendships we have with people. We're re-looking at new friendships we have. We're re-looking at ourselves. We're reflecting on what we've leveled up to and what we're learning and the triggers. We really have to work on our triggers. I was doing it today. There was somebody going on and on and on and on, and I just let them go. And I just completely torqued it out. It's not about me, it's about them. It's about them saying what they need to say without you saying anything. And I have a habit, and I'm trying to work on that. It's kind of like interrupting and trying to help somebody. So I'm not doing that. I am really working on my triggers. We all have stupid things we do, and we are the ones that have to control the way we react to things. Now, with this, we are spiritually blossoming and we are taking new directions. So this is like a perfect card. And she is completely nude in the water with nature, mother around her. And she looks like she's ready. She looks like she's kind of stunned. And I love the green because St. Patrick's Day is today. Yeah, it is today. It's my great grandma's birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma. Yeah, we have to remember that we are flowers of the universe. We are blossoming all the time. And we are taking new directions. I thought of something the other day. The Tesla spiral, the seashell, everything's spiraled. Nothing's in lines. Nothing's in straight lines. But where we live and what we live in and what we walk into, buildings all the time, they're squares, they're straight lines. Is that blocking our energy? I kind of wonder. Just box us in here and we'll be okay. But once we leave the box, we're realizing that they boxed us in here and we can't use our spiritual energy like if we were unboxed, we could. The lotus flower represents the union of opposites. It possesses the power and wisdom to fuse light and darkness, symbolizing the spirit perfection and spiritual development. You have drawn this card because you are at the beginning of your soul path and still have much to understand, but that is only natural. We are all on the path of mastery. None of us can claim to be any better or indeed worse than others. We are not in a competition. Retain your innocence and do not fear the dark. It is a wonderful place in which to grow. At some point, we have all momentarily strayed from some point. We have from the light filled path before choosing to rejoin it once more. Even the lotus has its roots in the deep, dark, cold mud of the lake bed and must reach up through the water toward the light to flower in true perfect beauty. Only then does it give us the gift of its magical beauty and enchanting fragrance. You have drawn this card because something really profound is about to unfold. It heralds a new chapter of your journey. Take the time to listen carefully, first to your inner voice and then to the outside world. You might hear the call of a new teacher. Be open to your ongoing path of learning, wisdom, experience, and personal growth. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the owl. The herbal essence is peppermint. Healing crystal is the clear quartz, and the number is 4. Um, we have to remember it is going to be the hardest thing we've ever done is to find out that everything has been a lie, that we learned, that we were told, and to relearn, because that's what we discovered this time on Earth School. We've been coming back and coming back and coming back, and we stopped the karma wheel. So now it's time to build our Garden of Eden and our paradise on this earth. Number 4 reveals that you need solid structure now more than ever. To feel secure, you need an ordered space. This number brings a sudden burst of energy. Use it to get your life in order. It brings good humor and cheerfulness. Things will be less complicated and life will become easier. Start to be aware of yourself and your body more keenly and take care of your physical needs. Number 4's energy field is the mastery of matter in order to be able to create paradise, wholeness, divine order, and manifestation. We have to work on our manifestation, and you will see that as you manifest and as you learn how to bring the energy in and silence your thoughts, you'll see the beauty starting to kind of open up like that lotus flower. I'll tell you, every time I say to my husband, we're doing something, and he's like talking about death or something like that, and I'm like, I'm okay with it. I know where I'm going. He says, how do you know where you're going? I said, I know where I'm going. Trust me. I have the Christ consciousness within my heart. I realized how to hone in my energy. Now I have to work on self to accept and realize and play with the energy because we are not sure how to play with the energy. And that is a big thing. So we also have I'm going to read this one because I've always said this. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. Yeah, we're not for everyone, and everyone's not for us. So you got to remember that when you get an energy connection with somebody, it's because we have a contract. We have a contract to come together and learn some things off of each other and then go out and make it happen. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who will love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them, and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. Now, the Starseed Soul Inquiry, and I would write this down in your book and I would play with it. How can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? That's a big thing because when we go out in public, we always care what somebody thinks, and people that don't care, yeah, they're scary. But we'll just say they're scary. And this is beautiful. Look at she's giving all her energy. That is beautiful. Her cape is flowing in the magic. You can see the magic coming out of her. Him, her, I don't know what sex it is. I always say her for some reason. But yeah, that's embrace your weirdness. I always say that because I have my weird moments. I'm quirky. I'll be the first one to admit that I'm a little quirky girl. But I love myself. I'm a nice quirky. I'm not a mean quirky. And that makes a big difference. Now we got two cards of the Intuitive Whispers Oracle, and this is my newest one. And I really think that these messages in this one is very good. We got number 39, which is a 12, which goes down to a 3, which is mother, father, and child. It's mother, father, the Holy Ghost, whatever you want to say the ghost is mother. So this is vulnerable is power. Yeah, we have to find the power in vulnerability. It may not feel like it at first, but the more vulnerable you become, the more powerful you will feel. Befriending your emotions and your behavioral patterns puts you in the driver's seat of your life rather than just feeling like a passenger. The word vulnerable comes from the Latin word vulnerabilis, meaning wounding. And we have been led to believe that being vulnerable opens us up to being wounded by others. However, most of the time, by blocking our vulnerability and being disconnected from our true feelings, we are wounding ourselves. This card is here to tell you to reclaim the power of your vulnerability. Get to know how you truly feel without the fear of judgment. Be vulnerable with yourself because with this awareness comes confidence. Unraveling your vulnerability is like unlocking the code to your emotional life and discovering the complexity of your feelings. Next time you feel a powerful emotion, see if you can explore it with curiosity. What is happening in your external world to make you feel like this? Are there any other emotions present at the same time as this one? Sometimes the first strong emotion we feel can be a secondary emotion that is covering our true vulnerability beneath it. For example, anger can cover sadness and laughter can cover fear. Get to know yourself intimately and watch as the fear of vulnerability turns into a feeling of power. That's a beautiful card. Yes, the mother is with the baby, and the baby's vulnerable, but the mother is not. She's standing there observing the vulnerability, but she's got the power. This little guy doesn't, but she's got the power. And the next card we got was 44, which is master number, doubles in power. Trust the call. I seen this and I'm like, oh my goodness. I've been kind of asking in my meditations, am I doing the right thing? Am I helping anyone? Am I helping myself? I think so. I think we need to trust in the call. We got to take a free fall sometimes. Your intuition is calling you now. Are you listening? Maybe you have been too busy or distracted to hear it, but it is always communicating with you and directing you to where you need to go. If you are struggling to find clarity in the direction of your life, stop looking and start listening. Trust that gut instinct that is like your internal navigator. Long before our phones became our navigators, we instinctively knew where to go. So put your phone away and trust this call instead. It is a call that has no agenda except your happiness. How to trust the call. Ring, ring. It's your intuition here. Trust is not just given, it's earned. But your intuition has earned its trust from a lifetime of always being there. Maybe it is you who has been ignoring its call. To trust your intuition, you need to become silent, so quiet that the only thing that you can hear is yourself. Close your eyes and listen. What is coming through? You do not need any other guidance because your own intuitive whispers know you best. They are the most powerful guidance you have. Welcome home. Wow. Okay. Okay. Remember the welcome home. I love that meaning. And that really hit home with me. Let's go to the home. We're going to keep this card out and we are going to think of that home. Welcome home. I just love that. Really, too many cards didn't come out today, but the cards that came out have deep meaning to them, to me anyway. And this is a collective, so it's really pretty much all of us. The first card we got in the Enchanted Map Oracle is a number 42, which is a 6, and it's wide open. You are free to express your uniqueness to the world and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. This is calling out to all of us who are vulnerable, who are not free and sharing our uniqueness. Because I always say, just be you, because there is no other you. None, period. You have that one little special spark that nobody else has. All manner of opportunity are presented to you at this time. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and connected. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time. So speak up and speak out. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open space of possibilities. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. Oh my, this reading is about our vulnerability, our weakness, and our trust and our uniqueness. She has a butterfly coming right towards her. She's on a rock and she's looking forward. She sees the wide open space that she has. It's not just this little rock. Once she gets off the rock, because she's blocked by the rock, she's in wide open spaces. See, there's different perceptions on this card, and you have probably a different perception of the card. So think about this when you look at this. There's all kinds of different meanings about this card, but for me, it's like a blockage right here. But you see, once you get to the top, the wide open space. So there's something blocking us from using our uniqueness. And the clarifier for that was the Five of Pentacles. Now, this was interesting. Hardship, loss, isolation, feeling abandoned, adversity, struggle, unemployment, alienation, disgrace. The Five of Pentacles card represents financial stress, poverty, consciousness, or a lack of self-esteem. It can often signify that the asker is stressed out about their financial situation and may be fearing that they might lose their job. The Five of Pentacles reminds the asker to foster self-belief and have faith in their potential and resourcefulness. It is also a call to focus on what is abundant in your life and to practice gratitude. Wow. Okay. Wide open. He is stressed. She is seeing the wide open. He is stuck in a snowdrift with magic all around, looking down at the ground and confused. But when they get into the wide open and they see that there's beauty all over and they have many things they can do, not just that. That was a good message. I like that. I think this is going to be a really good message for a lot of us. I've seen a lot of things that kind of felt like my world too. So I'm sure your world's a little bit like my world at this point. We got a 12. We got a lot of divine messages today because that's a 3. Slow and steady. Remember the old cliché, slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Uh, I'm feeling that someone is racing, rushing, worried, rushing, worried, not seeing the wide open. Uh, but they trust in the call. But they're moving in slow because they're unsure of the situation. Because we did get with this as a clarifier, we got the 0, the Fool. Beginnings, freedom, innocence, originality, adventure, idealism, spontaneity. To see the Fool generally means to begin of a new journey, one filled with optimism and freedom from the usual constraints in life. To encounter the Fool in a reading can also be interpreted as a summons to the adventurous and daring aspects of your own personality. He instills bravery because he recognizes that every day is an opportunity to explore uncharted territories in your life. Okay. Um, the last card that we had got was the vulnerability power and the trust in the call. She sees the wide open after they get past the blockage. This one is still wandering around, not sure of what they're doing. Okay. But they decide to take it slow and steady. And as they do that, they get the Fool. They're going to go on an adventure. They're going to see different, she's got magic all around her. They're going to see different things. She's got her little hobo bag. She's got her crystals and her fox, and she is connected to nature. Slow and steady brings you to a beautiful place of energy and imagination, wide open spaces. We don't realize what we have until we see it or it's gone. So now we got quite a few that came out, and I thought it was really interesting, the cards that came out, because I'm going to kind of go over them as they come out. We got Dry Desert 31, which is a fourth. And she stops. She's walking. She stops sideways and she's looking at the wide open space. She sees that building over there. So she sees possibilities, plus the birds around her. Dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient. As you journey through harsher circumstances, your being requires to conserve your energy until after consistent efforts, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In a desert, water essential for life can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is a most important place to find that's truly right for you. I all of these cards are talking about trust the plan, the uniqueness, the seeing, and it almost looks like the same girl. I mean, this was the first one. Now she went off the rock and she sees the wide open spaces and she's going slow and steady. Now the Dry Desert had the Knight of Pentacles. What was interesting about this is he's got a map. He's particularly reliable, efficient, stoic, slow and steady, hardworking, committed, patient, conservative. The Knight of Pentacles represents hard work, a methodology, approach, and routine. If the asker is currently midway through a project, this card is a reminder to remain consistent and committed to their goals. Slow but steady progress will lead you to success. Your diligent and hard work will be well paid. A true friend may come to your rescue, or perhaps you yourself will do someone a favor. Uh, these cards are really interesting. I mean, out, he's like, we got the slow and steady, we got the fool over here. And I have this feeling that it was this guy was the five. He kind of broke away and grabbed a map because he's like done and he's ready. But slow and steady wins the race. And remember that. Okay. Now we got an 18, and it's the magic stream. And this is a 9. And this card is just beautiful. It's got the moon, crescent moon up here, the beauty all around it, nature. Everything is connected through the universe flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story. with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, you're experiencing filtered through the whole world, one leading into another, informing the influencer still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse or of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. This is telling me we are on the right path. We have to trust the call. We have to know our vulnerability for the power. And we are not for everyone. We have to show our uniqueness because we are experiencing the Great Awakening, which is a spiritual blossoming. And we had quite a few pentacles on this one. We have the Ace of Pentacles, but now this one came in upside down. So this is a reversed meaning. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles was reversed. Missed chances, scarcity, deficiency, instability, stinginess, bad investment. The Ace of Pentacles reversed indicates that the asker may feel they are experiencing delays with their projects, a new business, or their personal life. It may seem that things are not moving forward in the way they envisioned. Furthermore, the Ace of Pentacles reverse suggests that the asker should be cautious with budgeting at this time and avoid taking an extra financial obligation. It is advisable to live within their means and avoid making large purchases for the time being. Yeah, I wouldn't make any large purchases right now because when this all goes down, right now they're canceling property taxes in Florida and I think Pennsylvania, and it's going to be in every state because what's happening is, and I want you to think about this, it's illegal. We vote them in, okay, and they make all these rules and payments that we have to pay. Like we work for them? No, they work for us. So right now people are discovering this and they're looking more into it. And there's so much going on. They want to race it through, but it's right now it's being slow and steady and looked at. So we just gotta wait a little bit longer. It's gonna be okay. So after the Ace of Pentacles, this was an amazing what we got here. And we got the Wizard of Awareness. And it is a number 3. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you, too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go, experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and changing. No matter how much you want things to stay the same, the Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. That was a great reading, and we have a couple more. I just slow and steady. We need to be patient. Patience is a virtue, and I'm not a patient person. I'm trying. I'm pulling patience out every day, going, be silent, observe, don't give an opinion, don't help, hold it back. But I'm doing pretty good with it. So we got the Six of Cups with that. The Wizard of Awareness is going to make us aware of things. This is the, yeah, this is the interesting card. Let's just say that. Nostalgia, memories, familiarity, healing, comfort, sentimental pleasure. The Six of Cups card represents nostalgia, childlike joy, and happy memories. The querent is encouraged to reflect on the beautiful moments in their life when they experience contentment or bliss. This card can also signify that someone from the querent's past will return and have a positive impact on them. It may be a friend who has been away or a mentor. I think this card is absolutely beautiful. This was the clarifier for the Wizard of Awareness, and she's got uh, six beautiful gold seashells and embracing and look at the magic around them. They're aware. The last card that we got, this isn't the last card of the reading. This is the last card of the Oracle message for today. And remember, I told you I wanted you to remember your home, 27, home. It was really weird that that came out because I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And this card has a lot of stuff on it. It's got a clock, it's got an owl, it says welcome life. It's got another like look like a little doorway or a window, the door. You see the owl up here and the clock and another little person. It looks like a little fairy, and I'm not sure what that is, but there is another person there. A lot of energy around it. I see a lot. I feel a lot of energy around home. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, serenity, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably, no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path, regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. Yeah, we all say that we lived here, we lived there, that was our home, that was our home. No, your home is right here, your heart. We've always been home. Now with the home card, the clarifier was the Two of Cups. And we've got another beautiful, look at this. The awareness. It's togetherness. It's security. She's got the oyster with the pearl. He's got the horn with the seashell. And they're combining it. Unity, partnership, attraction, connection, close bond, joining forces, mutual respect. The Two of Cups signifies harmony in relationship and open communication. The symbol of this card is two hearts, indicating that the querent is in a special union that feels fulfilling and mutually beneficial. The Two of Cups is a sign to engage in open communication with loved ones. The Querent is encouraged to review their current relationships and clear up any miscommunications. This includes taking accountability for what is within their control. I think that that was a great message today, and we got a special message that popped out. We got a number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. I had to keep that when it flew out. Changes, cycles, fate, decisive moments, luck, fortune, unexpected events. The Wheel of Fortune turns evermore, seemingly to communicate that life is made up of both good and bad times, and that the cycle is one that we cannot control. Rapid change will bring new opportunities, and it will make your life better. New circumstances can put an end to past difficulties and herald a period of good fortune and success. We are all going through a time right now that no one really understands, but it's happening. And we have never been in a changing of the guards, and that's what it is. It is a crumbling of the old and a building of the new. Magical Spirit Oracle decided to come out and play. It's a 9. Your energy is valuable. Protect it well. The Protectress, Strength, Boundaries, and Amulet. Look at her going right into that third eye, that rainbow, with the heart is dark with the flowers lighting it up. I am spiritually and energetically protecting myself. Your strength and self magic are desired and admired by people who unconsciously or consciously seek to leech this energy from you, as they have not cultivated it within themselves yet. They don't mean this maliciously. They live filled with fear and insecurity while you are in a space of self-trust and connection. They have not yet overcome certain obstacles as you have, or received the inner gifts that come with that. Be precious with your energy, which fuels your peace, creativity, dreams, life, ideas, happiness, etc. And set fierce boundaries. Energy is a high form of currency, just as time is, and must not be wasted on insufficient things or undeserving people. This can create stagnation. Your heart is very open right now, but you also need the balance of your mind. Use both tools for full activation. You have gained a lot of strength and love for others, but this doesn't mean you need to tap into the reservoir so often, warrior. Your spirit needs rest, play, joy, creation, and time to just be. This is where it thrives, protects your soul's need for childlike play and rejuvenation. Protect your inner child. Let them pick flowers and daydream instead of having to only be the strong one. Sometimes others can unintentionally cast curses when they have feelings of jealousy towards us. Again, they don't mean this maliciously. They are in a space of lack and scarcity, where the ego convinces us that there isn't enough. There may be someone who you need to protect yourself from, whether spiritually, psychologically, or energetically. Not to worry, you can easily do this. Harness protective amulet energy. An amulet or talisman is an object either natural or man-made, endowed with special powers to protect or bring good fortune when kept near. So far, I'm liking the message that this has been giving us. And yes, we do need to protect ourselves right now because there's a lot of people that think we're woo-woo. The last card that wanted to come out and play is a number 12, which is a 3. It's a divine message. And I think we all need this. Have patience. The two beautiful birds beside her, she is in total meditation. She's got her silver sword, her energy of the stars around her, beautiful lavender dress, and she is just being patient. Pause, take a breath, weigh up your options carefully, and allow yourself precious time before you commit to the path ahead. Sometimes making a snap decision and getting right to work is the best way forward, but on other occasions, like now, patience is key. Patience allows you the time and space to consider all the possibilities, make a well thought out plan, and carefully implement it. It prevents hasty decisions and impulsive actions you may later regret. Patience can be the most important factor in actually finishing what you start and the difference between success and failure. Cultivating this vulnerable trait will help you develop perspective and see the broader picture, tolerate delays or derailing of your plan without overreacting and enabling you to calmly decide your next step. It may be overlooking and unappreciated as a quality, but in many situations, patience really is a virtue. Time is a precious gift you can give yourself in order to improve skills and learn what you need to know. This card is a reminder that in this situation, it will be wise to wait, watch, and investigate further. Take your time making a decision or starting work on your project. Absorb information and wisdom before committing. Research more, learn more from others. Envisage how the situation will play out. Is there something you're missing, something still to be done before you make the leap? Give yourself the space to prepare. If you feel overwhelmed, stop for a moment, take a breath, rest if you need to. It will make you more productive in the long run. Weigh things up and listen to advice, even if you reject some of it. Check in with yourself to ensure that you really want to dive in, and if so, whether you're ready. Honor your patience. Don't be fooled into thinking it is passive. It has its own unique power. It can help you avoid rash decisions, guard against destructive behavior, and give your gift of precious time to consider all options and outcomes. Just don't fall back on it as an excuse when action is needed or allow it to paralyze you into indecision. Impatience has been called the happiness killer, yet it seems to be ruling the world. People want everything right now, from an entire TV series to binge watch in a week to instant results for a project designed to be long term. If it takes too long or required too much energy, the temptation is to give up and move on. Patience can be the hardest timing and the hardest thing to embody when you're desperate to fulfill a dream. But in this case, waiting for more information or taking the time to plan properly will be more efficient in the long run and help you reach your goals faster. Patience at the right time and in the right situation is concentrated strength. Be the one who hangs in there until the end, who leaps the reward of sticking with the exercise plan or applying one more time for the dream job you have, one last look at a project before submitting it. And be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight, nor does healing or forgiveness or success. It can be hard and time consuming to resolve a lifetime of entrenched habits or shift deeply held beliefs and result often take longer than expected. But stick at it. The time will pass anyway, and don't judge yourself against others or despair over their supposedly overnight success. No one else sees behind the scenes of other people's lives how difficult it was for them or how long it took. Equally be patient with others. Give them the time and the tools to change, learn, and grow. And champion patience as a positive force for good. We do need patience. Patience is a very difficult thing for a lot of us, including me. I am not a patient person. I'm not polypatient. I'm Fonny D. Get it done. Get her done. But yeah, we do have to be more patient than we are. This pretty much was telling me that home is in the heart. Be patient, slow and steady. The Wizard of Awareness, and we are becoming aware. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Two of Cups, we have the home right with us. And all of these were definitely divine messages. The dry desert, the fool, the magic stream, vulnerability is power. So there is times when you're vulnerable, the dry desert. We had a lot of really, really good cards today, really good meanings, really good energy. And I'll try to be back tomorrow. I can't promise everything. Our life is so crazy right now, like everybody else's. But pay attention to some things going on. We're going to have a lot of money coming in from different places. And I think they're going to bring the Fauci thing in, and he's going to get in trouble because he did a lot of bad stuff. But anyway, I want everybody to go out there and have a beautiful, magical Monday. And I love every bit, everybody. Make every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you.